Today I'm going to introduce to you something that's about as cool as the invention of string cheese. If you're from Wisconsin, you'll totally appreciate that. But if you are a reMarkable user, you are going to really appreciate what I'm going to show you today. For several years, we've been a part of the digital planning community, introducing each and every eink user to our digital planning and what it means to be a professional, someone in business, an entrepreneur, an executive, someone that runs an organization, or someone just trying to gather sense around their daily living. We brought to you the Key2Success Planner. And through the development of that planning system, we've continued to innovate the system to be more acceptable and more universal. We've introduced tools that have made it easier to plan and brought you clear focus so that you could identify what it is that you want to achieve. Today, we're going to be introducing a tool that goes way beyond that. It's a tool that's going to be able to utilize on the actual device without any other third-party software, without you having to go through an extensive install process, but giving you the potential to customize your templates to your own liking. Today, we are bringing to you eTiles. Yes, eTiles, designed exclusively for the reMarkable community. Now, if you have been a longtime follower of the Key2Success Planner, you might be familiar with tiles are. Tiles are digital stickers, but they're professional. See, we feature stickers or tiles for those that are looking for tools that are going to help them in productivity. We have SWOT tiles, meeting tiles, project tiles, note tiles, tiles to help you with your sales and connections, those that help you build out recipe books, track your reading, oversee your mileage and expenses, as well as being able to help you determine how your life is being balanced, such as the life wheel. Now, throughout all of these tiles, we continue to bring more and more tiles to our ecosystem each and every year. And for those that are able to utilize our tile system and be able to make their own customized planner and build out their own pages, it's been quite fruitful. And many of you guys have really shared with me all the different uses that you've had with tiles. Now, we have the ability for you to go ahead and create a custom PDF build so that you can have us design your planner the way you like it. But for many individuals, you guys have longed for the opportunity to be able to navigate across your own device and make updates. And that is where eTiles comes in. See, eTiles is a revolutionary concept from Key2Success that allows you to take individual tiles and copy them throughout your planner, throughout other planners, as well as other templates and notes and notebooks on your device. Not only can you copy them and reuse them, but you can duplicate them, you can resize them, you can change the shape of them and manipulate them simply by using this lasso tool to select a tile and then copy it and then go ahead and paste it in another notebook or page. So let me illustrate to you how this exactly works. See, right here, you see my standard planner page. And it is just like any other planner page. All the different tools on it are hyperlinked. I can go ahead and choose any of the tools in the reMarkable to highlight, to go ahead and make annotations. But I couldn't ever really customize the background of this page. Now, with tiles, I can go ahead and close this. I'm going to go into a section of my planner called Tile Development, and I'm going to show you a couple tiles I have available. One of them is the time pack. The time pack is for those that are looking for 24 hours or 15-minute blocks or just a different array of scheduling. On the very first page is an instructional sheet, and for those that are wondering, well, how do I get these tiles onto my device in the first place? It's really simple. The file that you get from us is a reMarkable document, and you literally either can send it to your device over USB, or you can simply drop it and drag it in your desktop app, and it'll appear on your device as long as it's connected to the internet. But we have all those instructions laid out for you here, as well as how to use the actual tile inside the notebook. Across the top is an index, so we can go ahead and click on page 1, and you're going to see here is a couple different time tiles. A 24-hour tile, 3-block, and a 4-block. I can go to next page, and you'll see that there is a 2-column 15-minute block, as well as a 24-hour 30-minute block. And here is another AM to PM. And then the last page you see is another tile with some options for notes and some things to change up the individual sheet. So let's go ahead and let's back up to that very first page. And I'm going to go ahead and illustrate how this works. Let's just say I want to use this 4 block. I'm going to go ahead, use that lasso tool, select the tile. I can either cut or copy it. You're going to want to go ahead and copy it. By all means, if you ever accidentally delete this file, just go ahead and download a new fresh copy and import it in the device, and everything will be restored. So I'm going to go ahead and hit copy. And then I'm going to go ahead and close this notebook. It's going to still be on the clipboard. I'm going to go back to my files, pull up my 26 planner, and I'm going to pull up my 26 planner and pull to you this particular page. Now I'm just going to go ahead. I like landscape, so I'm going to rotate this here. And I'm going to use, with my marker, I'm going to simply tap the screen. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and create a new layer. And then on that layer, I'm going to go ahead and tap the screen. And you'll see that that tile has showed up here now. I'm going to close that layer tab here, and I'm just going to rescale this to cover that page and make it look like that. And then I'm going to quickly create a new layer. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and use my pen tool. And I'm just going to put coffee, office. And you can see that those annotations are on the notebook. Now I can still use my select tool, and I can select those annotations, and it will not affect that individual tile because I put it on its own layer. If I choose to move to the next layer, and that's the layer that I put the tile on, I can actually now go ahead. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And I could go ahead and select just that tile as well and move it however I want. And those annotations are still there. So not only can you use this tile to kind of customize existing pages, but you can also go ahead and make new pages. Maybe I wanted to create a new page here, which I'm going to do so. And I'm going to go ahead and tap on this page and add that tile too. So any tile that you would get from the Key2Success Planner or from our eTiles site, you can go ahead and add those tiles to your existing templates. So this might be a great way if I was going to show different schedules of my kids and I want to be able to map out what they were doing. I could do that by laying out a series of different days, agendas, and then writing those correspondingly. Now we have tons of different tiles, as I mentioned, that we've already built for the Key2Success family, and we're bringing all those tiles over to the e-community. And another tile that I want to showcase to you is the contact tile that we've just developed. I think this tile is going to be something that a lot of individuals are going to be really excited to see. What this tile looks like, and we'll go ahead and jump into the eTile template. And I'm going to rotate my screen so you guys can see it. All the tiles are in portrait mode, but they can still work on landscape just as easy. And you'll see on here that I have information across the top that you can use to collect information about people. Birthdays, spouse, children, or email, and there's even a call summary. And then you can see if I go into individual pages here, by either tapping the hyperlinks or swiping over, you're going to see there's individual templates that are kind of already set up for you that kind of get some different layout ideas. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that very first page, and in this case, I'm going to draw the lasso tool right around this call tile, because this is one that actually people really reach out to me a lot and say it's one of their favorite tiles. And I'm going to go ahead and hit copy, and I'm going to go ahead and jump over to my planner. So maybe on my planner page, again, I'm a landscape guy. Doesn't matter if you're not a landscape guy or a landscape gal. You can easily choose to do this. Maybe I want to track some of my calls and I don't want to do it inside the notes section. Again, I'm going to go ahead and create a new layer real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and paste down that tile. And now that tile lives and breathes right here. I'm going to go ahead and actually drop in 2 of those. Put them right next to each other. And then what I'm going to do from here is just quickly create a new layer. Pull up my pen tool. And I'm going to write down information. Call with Tom. My follow-up date is going to be 1/26/26, and then I can choose to put any information there. The other part that really makes using these eTiles convenient is being able to utilize the desktop app. I mentioned that you simply can go ahead and drop and drag the document you get from us into your desktop app and it'll sync across your devices. But being able to edit them on the device is even more appealing. So again, I'm going to show you how it looks like on my end here. I'm going to go into one of my packs here. I'm going to open up that time pack. And you're going to see here's the various packs that I currently have. And I'm going to go ahead and use that lasso tool. And I'm going to select this section right here again. Go ahead and hit copy. And then I'm going to go back to my planner. In this case, I'm going to pull up my planner day. I'm going to pull up February and jump right to February 1st. Here's my standard page. Now, like I said before, I'm going to create a quick layer. Actually, in this case, I'm going to leave the background layer on and just go ahead and right click and hit paste. And you're going to see my tile is showing up right there. And I can go ahead and resize that. And then I'm going to jump to my next page. Paste that again. Jump to my next page. Paste that again. And what's so convenient about utilizing the desktop app is once you've kind of created that layout that you want for your daily pages or any template pages you want, you can easily just select that, copy it, and then go ahead throughout the series of the entire section of the book, or in this case, the planning system, and simply just copy and paste. And you can see within a matter of minute, I had completed an entire week. So within an hour, you could customize the entire year. That's pretty awesome. I recommend that you focus on doing 1 week, see how you like it, because you might make changes to your layout, and then go ahead and do a second week. And again, you can do multiple tiles on the same page. If I go back to that same notebook, and I'm going to show you again one of those contact tiles, I'm just going to go ahead and grab these two here and hit copy and go right back to my planner and go ahead and hit paste, resize them to the size that I want them to show up as. So I'm going to put them right down here in the bottom of my notes section. And there you go. I have those two tiles there. Now, one thing you critically want to know, you want to go ahead and add a new layer to your document before you start making annotations. And the reason for that is if you do not make a new layer and you put the tile and your annotations on the same layer, when you go to try to change or erase your annotations, you might actually affect how you position that tile in the planning system as well. So just a little tidbit for you there. But that is how you can use a desktop to really make the process of creating your own pages pretty awesome, and it does it right in an app. So with these tiles, I think you guys are really going to be excited to see what you're going to be able to do for yourself on your actual device. Again, no third-party software needed. You don't need to go into Canva or another app to build your own custom pages. You could still do that with our standard tile edition, but with eTiles, you can directly import them into your device, resize them, copy them, and continue to reuse them throughout all your different note-taking templates. That's really cool. And I'm excited to bring it to you. So for revolutionary opportunities, go ahead, check out the link in the description and see all the tiles that are coming. We are giving an exclusive discount through the remainder of this launch season so that you can unpack what eTiles has for you. Lord willing, I'll see you in the next video. I'm Brandon Blunderfer.